So in the United States, we've gone from an obesity rate of 15% in 1970 to 43% today. What happened? Around 1970, did Americans all of a sudden suffer from a progressive willpower deficiency, hearing loss, couldn't hear the experts screaming at us to eat less and exercise more, memory impairment, forgot about moderation in all things, basic math became too complex, no clue how to count calories or portions? In 50 years, have our genes changed greatly? Not likely, but we should consider epigenetics, but that's a topic for another day. So what then? Well, it's a complex problem, of course, but I'm going to push most of the chips into the center of the table, betting on the massive increased use of ultra-processed foods. Research indicates ultra-processed food consumption makes up about 60% of Americans' total intake, but I think the researchers are being far too kind. I'd bet more than 80% of intake is ultra-processed food rather than whole or minimally processed real food. Some ultra-processed foods are addictive. Like other substances of abuse, ultra-processed food drives uncontrolled use despite harmful consequences. Ultra-processed foods are where we find most of our refined grains, added sugars, additives, dietary endocrine disruptors, and more. The fix isn't easy globally. It's going to take governmental, corporate, regulatory, societal, and individual shifts, all of them, to really move the needle in a positive direction. But at the individual level, we can either wait for definitive research and all the slow-moving behemoths to finally figure it out and spell it all out for us, or we can do something that right now is considered crazy and extreme, which is to flip this thing upside down, and instead of eating 80 or 90% ultra-processed food, we consume 80 to 90% whole, minimally processed real food. We as individuals won't fix global obesity, but individually, we can take control of our weight and health by continuing to learn about processed food addiction, voting with our pocketbooks, and making the switch back to the way we ate for tens of thousands of years, for all but about the past 50 or so years.